Hi everyone, I'm going to be walking us through our mobile prototype for Mindfulness Labs. So here we have our splash page with our logo that we designed. Going right in, I'm immediately asked to move forward as a teacher or a guardian. I'll explain more about the guardian side of the app later on and in our deck, but for now, as a user persona, Beth, she's a teacher, so I'll move forward as a teacher. Here is our login page. And we're immediately taken to our home screen. I'm greeted with a personalized statement, "Welcome back, Beth." And our hero section consists of a little summary about what Mindfulness Labs is for context. So Mindfulness Labs aims to create an inclusive environment in every classroom. We are a venture with a vision to see that every student succeeds. And by working alongside teachers, we're building thoughtful leaders. Again, just to give context to users as soon as possible about what the app provides. And since the foundation is social emotional learning, there's an option to learn more about SEL here. I'm taken to a resource page almost about SEL where I can learn more about it. I can search by a keyword specifically, and then the 5 different cards breaking it down even further. Here we have our cultural responsiveness section of the homepage, similar to our heroes section. The backbone of Mindfulness Labs is cultural responsiveness, so we wanted to include that early on. And we also gave it this red color just to make it even more eye-catching for the user. So here we have a cultural responsiveness tools and information card. Again, with the opportunity to search by keyword, everything's broken down for me to learn more about cultural responsiveness, and it would take me to pages with even more information based on the category. And we wanted to include this one on student-centered instruction. We thought it was interesting, similar to UX design, where as UX designers, we're always putting the user at the forefront of our decisions. Cultural responsiveness is the same with students being the user. So as a teacher, I'm always creating lessons and doing things in the classroom with the well-being of the student in mind. So a part of our cultural responsiveness section is more of an interactive way for teachers to learn about the subject. So we thought maybe weekly this would be updated with different videos and articles for teachers to read, again, just to get as much information and learn about cultural responsiveness as much as possible. And here on the homepage is more personalized to me as Beth, but this would be my recently opened activities. I could scroll horizontally through them to see more, and newly added content on the app. So new lesson plans added and new activities added. Here we're shown the lesson plans, and again, you could scroll for more content. So moving forward into the search function, this is our main search page. From here, I could search by keyword if I wanted to, but just as a breakdown, we have color-coded each category, which represents Kaisel's framework for each of the 5 foundations of SEL. So we have self-awareness, relationship skills, social awareness, decision-making, self-management, and then additionally, we have Mindfulness Labs' 6th pillar of SEL, which is cultural responsiveness. And this, again, would take us to the same page I showed you from our home screen. And then there's an option for me to view all of these categories at once. For sake of the example, I'm going to show what it would look like if we went to self-management. So here we can see all the different activities, reflections, motivation moment, vocab chart, etc., all color-coded with the same image from the original search page. And we have the title, and then we also included the category on the cards just so I'm never confused about what I'm looking at. So just to go through our filter system, we have an option to view all, which is kind of what we're looking at now. You can see the different, this would be the types and the category, self-management. If I wanted to, I could view all at once. You can see updated chronologically the different activities for all of the different categories. And I can switch to lesson plans here if I wanted. And it's pretty much the same thing, or same look. And then if I wanted to filter by the activity, say I wanted to do a lab activity, this shows all the different lab activities for the different categories. And this one looks interesting, so I'm going to explore this. It brings me to the specific lab activity page, an option to save it, a breakdown of what it includes, and it also shows recommendations based on the activity I have pulled up, different activities I might be interested in. And we'll explore what a lesson plan page looks like. Almost identical to the activity pages, but a bit longer just due to the amount of content that makes up lesson plans. And instead of recommendations, it would give you a breakdown of what's included. Moving into the My Lessons portion. So this is where you can view your saved activities and lesson plans and also create your own. So first, I can choose what lesson page I'm going to look at. So if it's going to be for my third grade 2021 class or a previous class I might have had, I can do that here. This section here is where I could create my lesson plans. These are some that I might have already created. I could click this and it would take me to that process. But we also included a way to do that from this function down here, see all. Again, save lesson plans. You can see the bookmark changes color to indicate that you have it saved, scrolling horizontally through the information. And like I said, we'll explore the see all function. So here are saved activities. You can tell because it's listed here, but it's also indicated in the color of the bookmark. And I can search through all activities as well. This is a breakdown of all the content on the app based on the SEL category. Again, with horizontal scrolling. So if I wanted to create a lesson plan from here, like I said, I could do it from the plus sign on the original My Lessons page, but you can see here there's a toggle bar. I'm going to click that, and I'm going to drag and drop activities here to create your lesson plan. This one looks interesting. I'm going to do that. And I could obviously add more, but I'll just show you with this. We're going to create our plan. And this is where we could pick the different class, which page to save it through. So that kind of relates back to our filter option on the My Lesson page. And I'm going to move forward with this class. And I'm then given the customization opportunity to make it my own title, description, and then whatever length of time it is based on the activities I included in my plan. We wanted to give the teacher the option to title and organize it however he or she may like. We're going to save it. It brings me back to the view all illustration from the My Lessons page with all of the ones I've created, with again an opportunity to go through that creation process from here too. So here's our self-care portion of the application. One thing really important for Mindfulness Labs to include, it's part of the foundation that educators can't be the best they can be without taking care of themselves first. So that's why this is included, but we're greeted with, Beth, how are you feeling today? With some options. Say I'm feeling a little anxious. I'm given a little affirmation for myself. And this would change daily and then also based on the answer that I pick. And going through the options for self-care, we have SEL exercises. So these are things that I can do as a teacher outside of the classroom to make myself a better teacher inside the classroom. So we have muscle relaxation, breathing, stress relief, meditation, mood journal as options. You could click on these and explore each one more. So we have book club option here. We didn't build out this fully, but the idea behind it was for Mindfulness Labs to be able to recommend maybe one book per month for teachers. And the idea would be to make each book around cultural responsiveness or inclusive teaching, creating inclusive classrooms as well. Again, just anything around those topics to bring it to light for users. And then skipping down, we have community, which is our version of Reddit for teachers, basically. Just a forum and a space for teachers to collaborate on ideas, leave reviews on lesson plans and activities, how they implemented them in their classroom. And again, just to connect with other teachers. And then here we have Teachers Lounge, which is kind of iMessage for Mindfulness Labs. But from the forum, if you connected with someone, you could add their contact here and talk to them through here. This could also connect to your contacts from the from your phone into the app as well. And then last but not least, we have my profile. So here I am with my picture, Beth Miller, the school I teach at, and the grade I'm currently teaching. I have notifications updated of different activities of the app. And then here's our class directory. This kind of parlays into the Guardian portion, but if I wanted to, I could click here on my class currently, and it would take me to a page with a roster of my current students. Along with my current students, it would also give me the student guardian's information. Whoever is on the app, I could click on the student guardian and potentially send updates on their student through the app. And I'll showcase more, or we'll showcase more about the guardian side of the app in the next part of the presentation too. But that concludes our walkthrough of Mindfulness Labs.